What's up, y'all? It is Monday, October 14, 2024. Let's get it going. Make sure to write all that stuff down. Motivation is what gets you started. Habit is what keeps you going. So make habits, make schedules, make routines. That's how you're going to get through. Not just motivation, because motivations go up and down. People get really motivated at the beginning. Yeah, I'm going to do all this stuff. And then when it's time to actually do all the work, it's really hard. So like this month, I said I'm going to do all this stuff for YouTube and all these things. It's been really hard. However, I'm going to stick to it. I'm going to rebuild my routine and stick to that thing. All right, cool. So I just want to say, build a routine. Build a habit, build that, so that way when you get tired of school, right? Like you tired of school, you just stick to your routine. So some of you guys, your routine is like every time the teacher's like, oh, it's time for work time, your routine is I just start talking. And then that's why your assignments are always late. That's why they're half done, right? That's why they're not done well, because you don't take advantage of all the time in class. I'm like, you got to change up your routine, because you're not always going to be motivated to do the work. But if your routine is when it's time to work, I work. And if my routine is every time it's time to study, I study, then that's what you'll do. Okay, that's what you'll do. But I just want to say, like, yo, just build healthy habits, build good student routines, and then you'll be cool. And don't worry, then your motivation, you don't have to be as worried about that. All right, let's keep it pushing. This is not, and I repeat, this is not the correct form. However, I just wanted to be like, make sure you go out there and sell your cakes. Okay, make your bundt cakes. Make sure you go sell them things. Okay, we're supporting the what are we supporting? I forgot. Oh, the 8th grade field trip, right? So the 8th grade field trip, we're selling them. So make sure that you do that. It is due by the 22nd. So we got 8 days. Okay. Cool. Now we're gonna watch this video. What I need you to do is I need you to, what do I need to do? Oh, turn to your journal. So in your journal, turn to your journal, open it up, open to the next fresh page, and at the top, write offer empathy. Again, so at the very top, offer empathy. And what I want you to do is, whatever one of these situations you find the most relatable, I want you to write that situation down and then say why. So again, whichever one you found the most relatable, write that situation down and then say why. So let's go ahead and watch the video. All All right, so which one of those situations did you relate to? I related to several of them. I have asthma, so playing sports and trying to deal with asthma and not being able to play, or sometimes kind of hiding it, even though really I couldn't breathe that good, and trying to play like I was relating to that. Also related to parents talked about divorce and arguing. Like my parents never got divorced. However, they talked about that. They at one point they even said like we're getting a divorce. Like they told me. So I'm like, some of those things I relate to. And it's hard. Sometimes I relate to that teacher and being like, there's things going on personally, but I've got to also like be cognizant and self-aware of the students and what their needs are, like as the teacher, you know. So I totally can relate to a lot of these different situations in there. So again, hopefully you wrote down just a little bit like which one do you relate to and why. And there were some really good ones in there about like, oh, I see this person, they're sitting by themselves, like I'm gonna go say hi to them, or I'm gonna do that, or something happening that could be embarrassing and I'm just gonna pick up for them, you know. So those kind of things, which actually are really cool, man. Okay, so how do I get to this next? Yep, boom. So then what I want you to do is I want you to go ahead and write down what empathy is. I'm going to talk through it and you just write it down. So empathy is a feeling that you understand and share another person's experiences or emotions. So it is this idea about understanding other people and what's going on with them. Every day, I attempt to show empathy for you by greeting you at the door. So every day I greet you at the door because I'm trying to get a read. I'm watching body language, faces. I'm watching all this stuff to see how you're rolling. And I'm checking to be like, are you about it normal, right? Because there's some people, right, like every day they come in, they not talking, that's how they roll. They just come in straight face every day and they're like this, right? That's it. It's cool, that's their normal. But some people are like, and then if they don't come in like that, then I'm like, hey, what's going on? Or if that other person's like, yeah, I'm like, what's up? What's going on, right? Because again, I'm like watching for that. I'm watching for people to be tired. Like I want to understand like how you're feeling. And then once I'm like, oh, seems like something's up, then I'm going to go check in. So that way you can tell me, and that way I can understand really like how you're feeling and what's going on. And that's what empathy is about. Empathy is about understanding other people. Now, as it pertains to science, we do a little bit more. We try to understand people's ideas, theories, the what they're putting out there. We're trying to understand like where they're coming from. All right, so that, let's just keep it pushing there. Now we do have an assignment, and I think I have it queued up. So hold on. Hold on. Oh, no, I got the studio queued up. That's okay. We'll go to the courses real quick. Blat out. Go here. Go to modules. Sauce as usual. Scroll right down. There's the offer empathy. This is the assignment that you guys need to complete. So in a paragraph form, complete sentences, answer the questions below in the text box, text entry box below. So we're going to view it as student mode, so that way you guys can kind of see, so you can see exactly what it's going to be like. So you have the video there if you want to watch it again, but what is empathy? What are 3 ways you can show empathy? So that should be 3 sentences. And then why is empathy important? And now it'll just kind of like wrap up that paragraph. You just click start assignment, and then right here you can start texting. Not texting, but you can start typing in the box. Okay, and then you'll do all that. Make sure everything is correct, looks good, and then just submit that assignment. Okay, should take you around 12-ish minutes. That's what I gave in class, 12, 13 minutes to get this done. So nothing too crazy. Again, a 5 to 7 sentence paragraph, you're totally good. 5 sentence is the minimum. All right, y'all, let's keep it pushing back over here. So once you've got that done, then you can keep pushing ahead. So pause if you need to. Again, pause if you need to go and get that done. Then you can keep pushing ahead. All right, now on to the last part of this video. We kind of talked about that on Friday, but changes in force and motion. So hopefully you're like, oh, I know what force is. It's that F word where it's a push or a pull, and that's a push or a pull on an object. And motion, right, is an object moving from one position to another position, or one location to another location with respect to time, right? So that's what we got. So hopefully you got those 2 things in there. So we're looking at the changes in the pushing and the pulling, and we're looking at the changes in how objects move from one place to another and how much time, right? That's what we're going to be looking at. Okay, cool. So which one of these do you think you can throw farther? A basketball or a tennis ball, basketball or tennis ball. Which one of these you think you can throw farther? Now, some people were saying they thought they could throw the tennis ball farther because it has less mass. That's true. Some people also told me that, hey, since it's smaller, it has less wind resistance. They said also because of the way you're able to handle them, right, because of the size, that you can actually be able to throw this one farther because you can apply more force. I was like, okay, I see y'all. Let's skip through that one. Let's look at this one. Which one can you throw farther? A bowling ball or a baseball? Bowling ball or baseball? Which one? A lot of people said the baseball is the one that they could throw farther, and a lot of people said because the bowling ball just has too much mass. It's like too big. It's big. It's kind of clunky, and it's heavy. They're like, it's got too much mass. I'm like, okay, I got you. Then we asked this question. Which one of these is easier to stop? An elephant running straight at you or Derrick Henry running straight at you? Either way, I'm going to be honest. I don't think I can stop either one. However, the easier one, still in this case, would be Derrick Henry. Now, I was like, hey, do you think if we got all of us together, we could stop the elephant? Some people said they thought we might. However, we looked up the average weight of an elephant. It's around at least 6,000 pounds. Those are smaller ones. Medium to large seems like 10 to 12,000. I was like, I don't think we stopping that. We don't got the mass for that. We don't think we stopping that. However, Derrick Henry, if we got all of us together, and Derrick Henry, if you ever watch this, I don't know if we should try this as a science experiment, but it might be cool to have you run, and we got our pads on, you got your pads on, and we are going to try and tackle you, son. You know what I mean? Full force. We going for it. I don't think that's a good idea. However, I think our class could tackle Derrick Henry. I think if we all got together, we could tackle Derrick Henry because I think we can apply more force than he does, and I think that we can that we have enough mass as well to stop him. So we'll see. I don't know. Anyway, these are just some things to think about as we head into changes of forces and changes of motion. All right, y'all. Peace. All right.